Okay, welcome back, and let us read the last stanza of the poem, A Thing of Beauty. The last and the fourth stanza of the poem says, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead. All lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink, pouring unto us from the heavens brink. So what is Keats saying here? He is saying that there is beauty in everything that we see or feel in our life. So there is a saying in English. Most of you might have heard the saying that beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So it is the person who looks at the other thing that differentiates whether something is beautiful or ugly. So if you have a positive attitude and look at something positively, then there is always something positive and beautiful in everything around us. So Keats is also saying the same thing here. Let us look at the first line of this stanza. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms. And such too, what does he mean by such too? He means that there is beauty even in the dooms. Dooms here means the final judgment day. The day on which everyone will be judged for the actions that they have done in their lives. So it is the day on which death will receive what is due to them. Okay, so grandeur means magnificence or glorious. So what is he saying is there is beauty even in dooms. Dooms usually refer also to the end of the world. So how can we say that there is beauty even in dooms, or we have imagined for the mighty dead? Mighty dead again is a phrase that we need to pay attention to. Mighty dead, when he says mighty dead, he is using a figure of speech that is called an oxymoron. So oxymoron is a figure of speech where we place two contradictory terms to create some, you can say, strong or comic effect. So mighty means you all know glorious or magnificent. Dead. So how can we say that there is glory in death? How can we say that there is beauty even in death? That is what he says. There is beauty even in death. There is glory even in death, because when people do noble things in their life, even after they die, the actions, noble actions that they have done are cherished by people. People get inspired by their noble deeds, and so because of that, even after death, they remain in the memory of people, and people will look up to these dead people for inspiration and for, you can say, constant inspiration. Yeah, mighty death. And what does mighty death refer to? Mighty death refers to our forefathers or ancestors who have sacrificed their life for the well-being of humanity. So if we have done such noble acts in our life, then their stories will remain forever to inspire us and to fill our life with happiness and joy. So Keats is saying that there is joy even after death, if we do noble things in our life. Then how do we in the present age know about the forefathers, the actions, the noble acts of our forefathers or ancestors? He says, all lovely tales that we have heard or read. He says, we have learned about the noble acts and actions of these ancestors or forefathers from the stories that we have heard from others or our elders or from the tales or stories that we have read in our books. So that means if we have done something great in our life, our greatness remains forever and ever in the form of stories. So you can think about Mother Teresa. The noble actions that she has done is still appreciated, and her noble actions still inspire many people. So that is what he is saying. And then he says, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heavens bring. Okay, again he uses a figure of speech, endless fountain here of immortal drink. Here he uses a metaphor. The constant source of joy for us are the beautiful things in nature. The beautiful things in nature that give us constant or continuous joy is compared to an endless fountain from where the water keeps on flowing of immortal drink. Immortal drink refers to nectar, the heavenly drink, after drinking which we believe that we will never die. Immortal means we will never die after drinking that nectar. So all these beautiful things in nature are like that fountain from which nectar flows constantly and make us live forever. Pouring unto us from the heavens bring. Bring here means edge. So it is like that the beautiful things in nature pours, keeps on pouring joy and happiness into our life. Like God constantly sends us gifts of immortality from heaven. So that is what he is saying. Now again, let us break this stanza into shorter lines and see what he says, so that you can also make notes. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead, all lovely tales that we have heard or read. He is saying there is beauty even in death. All the lovely tales that we have read and heard about the glory of our ancestors can also be placed among such things of beauty. So there are also a source of beauty in our, source of joy in our life. They are also beautiful. So mighty dead here means the ancestors, refers to the ancestors or our forefathers who have sacrificed their lives for the mankind. They have a sublime effect on the human spirit. So when we hear about all these glorious tales of our ancestors, they usually provide us a sublime, peaceful, calm effect on our spirit. An endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heavens brink means all beautiful things are like an endless fountain from the heavens sent by God himself. So it is like a constant gift that we receive from gods sent from heaven, so that mankind may enjoy these precious gifts forever, because they are immortal. They never fade away. They never decrease. They keep on increasing. So that is the end of the poem. Now let us look at the homework. What is the thing of joy mentioned in this stanza, in the fourth stanza? What image does the poet use in these lines? So another thing that I want to remind is the poem is full of images and imageries. So you have to go through the poem again and try to find out what are those imageries that the poet has used. So imagery is a use of words that create mental picture. As soon as you read the lines, it creates some kind of picture in your mind. For example, if we look back here, all beautiful things are like an endless fountain. Endless fountain gives us the image of a fountain from which the water keeps on flowing or falling down. So that is a beautiful image. You also have to look and find other images. Okay, what is the effect of this immortal drink on us? Who are the mighty dead? How do we know about them? So answer these 4 questions to practice your writing. And with this, we come to the end of the beautiful and lovely poem, A Thing of Beauty. Thank you.